Hello and welcome to Tallahassee, Florida. Just a spectacular day for college football. The house that Bobby Bowden built. The Florida State Seminoles ready to open another season at the Dome. Today we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. To the ground with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measurings.
All kinds of running room. At the 30. He's at the 10. He sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hands, but make sure your feet are set. And you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You could see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The Noles will punt it away on 4th down. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Unloads quickly. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there, because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Baylor. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to the ground game on the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's running in the open. Touchdown Seminoles! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play. And do they ever? 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Lost one deep down the right side.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
The back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Rashada. Flips it out in the flat. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Going for the big play. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Going deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Oh, look out. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, no. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That one's going to get a little stuck. star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass, it's Rashada. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Wants to return it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter.
Off he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Rashada. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Georgia going back to work with another first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Handoff from the shotgun. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass, try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. There's a live football. And the defense got it. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Georgia.
Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Just trucks through it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Now on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Jackson will throw. Got the back over the middle. And it's on the ground. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Corner's going to give them room. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Liberty. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the run, it's Miles. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4. And the quick shuffle pass. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off. You're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there.
And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Seminoles. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception, everybody on defense. We turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Offense getting set for first down. Here's the handoff. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23. He now has 115 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. And now on second down for this offense. The running back has it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. With the catch, it's White.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Back to throw. It's Rashada. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Georgia, 45, Florida State, 28.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Oh, he tosses it back. He's going to fire deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Knowles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown.
He's loose. Oh, big juke to get past. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. The hand to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that one.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Gets it out quickly. Bulldozes him. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Seminoles are on the move. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Weinke, of course, would go on to win.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He'll try to take it back. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Looking to pass. It's Rashada. Tosses it incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
After the misfire, it's second down. Motion from the offense. They'll try it over the left side. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Makes the grab at the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll run it from the gun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
Red pass, it's complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. He's going for the big play. Brings it down on the right side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. He's looking to throw it. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got him this time. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. They keep attacking through the air. And his throw is incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Jackson gonna throw it. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Takes it the other way. The 40. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. They ran it on first down, now on second. Movement here from the tight end. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in San Marcos. They'll enjoy this one all week. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is the guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A strike downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Dances away to buy time. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 62.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Oh, he wants it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Looking at 3rd down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. They'll test the right side. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
Oh, look out. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Defense in press coverage. He's right on target. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia, 69. Florida State, 42.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here.
Can anyone catch him? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Jackson will throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
After the misfire, now on second down. On the move, it's McCoy.
Running back, Harris. Mark down at the 45. Third down coming up.
Now facing a third and long. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
They go to the ground. Bulls his way forward. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Wide out in motion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Leaves it with the running back.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Georgia sends out the punt team. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Jackson gonna throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him, makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Rashada. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.